Hey guys, hope you're having a great day. Today is Thursday. Happy Thursday morning to you. I hope that your day is going well. My day is starting out great. Can you hear those birds singing? Birds chirping, sunshine out. That's the difference between Florida and North Carolina, is we rarely had birds. Remember, we had all those cats though. We had all those cats. The cats, I think, kept all the birds away. I know they did because we would find dead birds all the time. I'm sorry, but that was the reality. So we didn't have very many birds at all. So here we have birds all the time out here. So it's nice hearing the birds chirping in the morning. So it's going to be a nice sunny day today. I've got some plans to get today done, and it's just good. It's been a good week in our household. I was just thinking about our kids, and my kids, we raise our kids. We homeschool them. We do things differently than most people, and that's quite all right. We do, but I do realize there are a whole lot of people like us out there, which is good. Thanks to the internet, there's like a whole following of people that parent and teach their kids and do what we do in our lives with their own kids. And so it's so great to be able to see that, because when you first start out, there was no internet, so you think you're all alone doing this thing. But now the internet has such a vast, wide reach to everybody. It's like, oh wow, yeah, there's people like us that do what we do. And so it's great seeing, you see things of their kids growing up and becoming adults and doing their thing and becoming successful, and you're like, that's pretty cool. And then you're doing things with your own kids and you're like, is this really going to work? Is this really going to work? And then when they grow up, it's like, yeah, it worked, they're all good. So they grow, you do things, you let them do things as kids, and people think, oh, they're never going to grow up to be successful adults. And I'm like, no, I think they're going to be just fine. And guess what? They grow up and they are just fine being adults. And so and unfortunately you don't see that for many years, and so you get criticized for the way you do things and by the whole world, and that's quite all right. Not just internet, I'm just talking just people in general. And so I love seeing and not caring and just saying, you know what, we're gonna do what we're gonna do, and we do. And then seeing your kids walk that out, it's a beautiful thing. I love, my older kids are all doing their thing, all grown up, becoming adults, doing their thing and doing wonderfully, and I love seeing them walk out their life doing what they're doing, what God has them to do, and it's a beautiful thing. And then it's my next group here, I've got Jaden and Brooklyn. They're more in the young adult life, I guess young adult life, and it's great seeing just a year ago where they were at in their life and what they were going to do, and the struggles they were having with what they're going to do for their future and all these things. And just like every young adult struggles with, what am I going to do with my life? What am I going to do with my life? But knowing what their heart was and what they wanted, and then seeing it all come to fruition a year later. We sit and talk about it all the time, and I go, isn't that crazy? Think of how much stress that was within yourself last year, just thinking, what am I going to do? How's this going to work? How's this going to go? And then look at how God it happened. And it's beautiful. So I'm excited to see the path that God has for them in their life. I love seeing it. They're both doing amazing. Just, we haven't even been here a year, and seeing how well they're doing in their employment. One got hired full time into a dream job, and I'm like, that's awesome. The other one moving up, got promoted so quickly in all their things they do, and I'm like, that's just crazy. I'm like, look at how short you've been there, and look at how well you're doing. I said, because people recognize a good worker, a hard worker, and a person that's determined. I said, and then the more they work and the more they see in the world, they're like, wow, people don't actually work. They really, and then they're not referring to everybody. So don't say, no, people don't. They see it just like we see it. We look and see that most people don't care about their job. Most people don't care about what they do. They just do it haphazardly and just say whatever and just not care. And they're like, how can people get a job and expect to be paid for that and just perform like that? And I'm like, I know, that's the world and that's people. I said, unfortunately, so having that work ethic in you, that you want to do well and you want to do good at your job, I said, that's going to make you catapult you out. And guess what? It catapulted both of them out. And so I'm so excited for them. I'm so excited to see God's hand in their life and just doing things. And it's a beautiful thing. It's a great thing as a parent to see that. So all good things. I was just marveling at this morning, thinking, God, you're so good. It's your kids, you're like, okay, what are you going to have for them? And we don't know. I don't know. Maddie always asks me, what do you think I'm going to do when I'm older? And I'm like, I don't know. I said, I'm not God. I said, I know that whatever you enjoy doing and in your heart, it seems like with all of your other siblings, I said, God just has things keep working for them in those areas. I said, and they just learn to enjoy whatever that is. And I said, some of them was something they didn't think about. And I said, in others, it was just okay, they started working it, and then look at, they love it so much. So it's just it's a great thing. It's a great thing seeing your kids grow up to be adults and doing those things, and it's like, that's awesome. It's a beautiful, beautiful thing. So I was thanking the Lord this morning for those things, and just, you know what, it's great. It's amazing and wonderful. Like, once we stop worrying so much about, like, I do it in my own life, and I'm guilty of it all the time, and I have to stop and say, I'm sorry, Lord, like, where you worry about something and you think about something, and I've been a Christian for a while, and it's very easy to start thinking the negative. It's very easy to start dwelling, think, oh, God can't do that, or God, maybe, oh, that's too trivial in my life, He can't. But it's like, once you really release that off and don't care, not that you don't care, but don't worry about it and let Him take care of it, it's like, it's amazing how He does. And it's like, yeah, He did. Simple. So all of these things have just been opening up for them both. Just, here it is. Here it is. They didn't have to struggle. They just did their thing and just worked diligently and did it. And I'm like, it's a beautiful thing. So I am excited. So all good things, all great things over here in the Maryon household. So it's a good day today. I'm like, you know what? Beautifulness. It's like seeing them grow up and become adults and doing their thing. It's like, I love it. I absolutely love it. So good, great things. So for me, my great things today is going to be doing the house. So today is Thursday. So today we'll do some school, get some stuff. There's Maxine going. She's looking for those squirrels. I'm sure the neighbors love her barking at the squirrel in the tree. Sorry. It's okay. The neighbors have dogs too. So this week I didn't get to do any of my deep cleaning, and if I didn't, that's okay, but I'm going to try to keep to it a little bit. So I have some areas in my home I want to go through and kind of make sure it's kind of straight and organized, that kind of stuff that I don't normally do during the week, but a little bit of extra today. So I'm going to focus on that today. We got school to do today. It's sunny. We're going to get outside, probably go for a walk again today. Maybe do swimming later. We'll see. We didn't even turn it on yesterday. I need to turn it on today. We try to keep it on its 8-hour schedule or whatever, and just run the generator, what's called salt generator and stuff. So it makes chlorine generator, not salt, chlorine generator, not this, it doesn't need to make salt, it makes chlorine, the chlorine generator, so the pool doesn't get all yucky, and it's good. And then make food today. We still have breakfast sandwiches, which is good. We have all those treats. I have rice, so the rice will be like lunches for the next few days. So I think tonight I'm going to do chicken patty sandwiches. Usually I buy those all the time. I was buying them at Walmart back in the mountains. To me, they seemed a whole lot tastier, and then didn't buy them for a long time. And then I started buying them here, and I'm like, ooh, I just don't like the quality of the chicken. And I'm like, that's just gross. That's okay. Maybe things change, or maybe I just got a bad bag. I don't know. I mean, not bad. It didn't taste bad. It's just different. It was just not as yummy as it used to be. So I'm like, why don't I make my own? You can make your own. So we're going to make our own today. So I'm going to make some chicken patty sandwiches, like ground chicken, where you make the patty and then fry it, cook it. It's going to be good. So we're going to do that today. I don't know what else. We'll bring you along. We'll see how the day rolls, but this is the day. This is the day of my life. This is what we do. We've got 6 kids at home, 2 kind of adulting, so more like 4 kids at home. I always say that, and just running the household and living life here in Florida. It's a good thing. So, all right, you guys ready to go in? Let's go in and start our day. All right, let's go. Okay, let's start different. I usually always start in the kitchen. I'm just gonna do a quick, usually on Thursdays, I do clean my bedroom. Well, I try to clean my bedroom every day. If I don't make my bed fully, I at least pull up the covers, and then I'm gonna clean my bathroom, just wipe it. I usually do a quick wipe on Thursdays as well. So this isn't part of my deep clean, just part of my normal cleaning. So I'm gonna make my bed real quick, and that part will be done. Does anybody else just love a nicely made bed, or a nice, not even, it doesn't have to be nice, but a made bed, like I do. Like, some people don't mind, leave their bed a mess and jump in it the next day, and they love it. Some people love that. I like the bed made and climb in those covers. Now, give you points if it's a brand new washed bed and jump in those covers, and then even better, hang the sheets outside. Oh, so good. We don't do that here, but I know the feeling. It's just a nice, crisp outside feeling smell of laundry. So that would be my favorite, but you do what you gotta do. So I'm just gonna make my bed here, pick up mostly Maxine's toys all over the floor here. It's simple in here. The best thing ever since moving to Florida. It's so great to throw this on, especially after being in the pool, because it's a little bit chilly and it like warms you right up. So this is great. It's funny, I bought one of these I bought it like at a Belk store in North Carolina, and spent, it was almost $100, and then I loved it. I wore it all the time there, and then we moved here, and I was like, I'll never need this because it's so hot. So I had gotten rid of it, I passed it along, and so then I moved here, and I'm like, oh my goodness, I wish I had it. So then I got this. I think it was, I want to say it's $25, $30 on Amazon. This is way better than the one I had at Belk. And so I'm like, this is so much nicer. So yeah, this is my favorite thing to throw on. I think everybody needs one of these. So let me pick up in here. It's not too much in here. We'll just wipe things down real quick. I'm trying to use this up. We bought a huge thing of Mr. Clean, a gallon. Do I still have the gallon? I do. The big jug of it at a discount store last year. So I have a ton of cleaner stuff. Usually just use, when this stuff runs out, I'm using vinegar. But I bought this because I totally forgot to buy like bleach spray. I like bleach spray just to spray in the shower to kill mold because it happens. And around the sinks, toilets, that kind of stuff. And so I didn't get any at the store, I totally forgot. So I was at the dollar store and I bought this thinking it was. It's not. So it's not even, I don't even think it bleaches it. Maybe it's like, it might be more like hydrogen peroxide, I would say, because it doesn't like bleach anything. And peroxide will sometimes take out mold depending on the severity of it. So I'm going to use this up just because I bought it and I'm like, okay, don't use it for anything. So you see me use it here and I use it in the kitchen just to get rid of it. I didn't really show me cleaning anything here, but I just straightened up in here and straightened up cleaned the toilet area. Bathing suit's hanging, that's fine. So I'm done in here, that's it. And then somebody's job today would be to vacuum my carpet and vacuum in there, so I don't have to do that. So let's move on to something else. If I can start a little laundry each day that I do, I usually throw in towels because every day I take out my kitchen washcloth. I wash it every single day, and towels, so I usually throw them in here by the end of the day, if not before tank load. I gotta fill this up. I do like this option for my washer and dryer. I told Greg, I'm like, can I tell you I love my washer and dryer? Like I've had lots of washer and dryers over the years, many. We had one, it was I think it was a Cabrio washer, and I loved it. It was extra large. I don't think we intentionally bought it extra large. It's just we got it. It was huge. You used to be able to put a ton of towels in there. We got it, we moved into the house, and then they had, at our old house in the mountains, they had an electric, was it gas? No, gas dryer, but it was like an old school, I'm gonna say Armani or something. Remember like the cheaper version? But she always told me, she's like, it'll melt your clothes. Oh, it did if you kept it on, so it dried so well. Absolutely love that dryer. I had that forever. I'm like, Greg, like, do you want to upgrade? I'm like, no. I'm like, I love this dryer. And then it did die over the years, and I had to get a different one. Had to get a different washer. Never was happy with after that, it was like, I hated our washer and dryer. I hated them. And so, I shouldn't say hate, didn't dislike them. Dislike those washer and dryers. And then coming here, I'm like, I want to make sure I get a good washer and dryer. One that I love, one that washes well, one that dries well. These are it. GE is a good, like I think we had Samsung. I know Samsung's not a good refrigerator, Samsung, so I know that. But the GE has a good quality. These are great, and I love this. And I was thinking I would never use this because it's like smart dispense, and I was like, oh, it'll just suck up a whole bunch of soap. It'll be a waste of my money. No, it actually is not. Like I definitely, like I kind of planned this out to have this for the month. It is way less than the month that I even use it. It's not even halfway gone right. I think this is only the second time this month I fill it up. So it lasts a long time, and everybody does their laundry, and everybody does their own laundry. We used to like combine laundry to save on, you know, the amount of stuff you're using. And so, because you do that when you have a lot of people and you're using the washer and dryer constantly. So I thought for sure, I'm like, surely it will use too much. So we had the pods for a while, make sure everybody rationed out the soap. But I'm like, this is amazing. So I absolutely loved it. Just put it in. It's on the smart dispense setting right here. So it automatically does everything. Like, it's not tank, it's filled now. Like, I don't even have to worry about it. And then we usually always just do a quick wash. I just learned, I would just, you know, look through the instruction booklet. And who looks through those? Nobody does. I do. I did. I don't usually, but I did. I happened to look through it, and I realized that you can put it on, like, usually we do quick wash because it's quick, 30 minutes, no big deal. But if you put it on a different one, like, say, normal, and if you just push time saver, it knocks off 20 minutes of your time. I'm like, what? So, genius. So I might actually just do that and put it on cold. We do everything cold. I don't know about you, but we wash everything in cold water. Always have. Maybe people, the only thing we did hot was diapers because I knew that you're supposed to sanitize those. So cold water, there you go. I just said it, if you just push time saver, it helps hugely. So I like this. So now I'm like definitely not using that much soap, which is great. Good to do a load of laundry, get that rolling this morning. I love it. And our other one, it would take forever to dry, forever. I don't know, there must have been something wrong with it. Who knows what, we had people come out and check it, change it, and it seemed like whatever, it never got done. So it would take hours to dry. So this is like, I can dry a whole load of laundry in less than like an hour. It's more like 35 minutes, I feel like, for it. So, all right, kitchen. It's not bad because we cleaned it up. I'm just gonna do a quick pickup in here because that's part of my daily thing. So I'm gonna just quickly straighten it and then be good to go. I just got out some hand cleaner here because Greg's vehicle, we got another vehicle that's gonna fit everybody a little bit better. He had a little smaller car because it was easier to whip around and go to work when he had to travel. And so now that he's closer, he was able to get something that just fits everybody. So now the Pilot doesn't have to be used for everything, which is nice. But now we're driving in his car and I'm like, you don't even have hand cleaner in here. I'm like, you need like the mommy stock up. So I'm like, I need to stock up your car like the mommy stock up. So I pull out the hand cleaner so I can take that and put that in his vehicle. So we have hand cleaner in there because that's what you do when you have family and kids. So let me just straighten this up in here. So my deep cleaning I did not do would be my living room, dining room, and upstairs room. It pretty much, it's easy. I have this little shelf thing I want to look through. It'll be an easy dusting, but the kids dust, so pretty much it should be good. And the couch, we vacuumed out the couch. Remember looking for Autumn's glasses last week, or was it this week or last week? Last week. So don't have to do that. So I'll basically just straighten, which it gets straightened pretty much every day, so it's not a big deal. So I'm gonna wipe my table off here first. Okay, we have that little side table. We just use it next to the couch as using it. We have one upstairs too. I might bring it down and stick it over here because I feel like we use it down here more than we use it upstairs. Upstairs, it's small enough in there with the coffee table that there's enough place to put their things that they need. So I just have it over here under the stairs because I was thinking I would get like a little table there, but I think I'm just gonna get a lamp there. We have this fan in here. It's a nice one. It's like Fanmation. It's like a nice fan, but it had no light in there. So the only light you have is right here, and this is all dark. So I'm like, that doesn't work very good. So I ordered a light for it, but they don't have like the white cool lights. All they had was yellow. So it's very dark. And so I'm like, that just does not work. So you need a lamp. We were gonna put one over the couch in the back to kind of hang out, but it's like the couch goes right up to the wall, so I didn't want to do that. So I'm gonna hope that if I just get a lamp right there, it'll kind of help the light situation here. So now, I mean, it's pretty cleaned up. It's very easy to clean up. This, I'm just gonna go through this real quick. This is a catch-all for everything. So I have stuff in here for, we needed our smoker. Greg, we needed our smoker. It didn't start in one day. So right here, this is like a $5 part igniter. I'm like, it's amazing where I would think, oh, it doesn't work, what are you gonna do? But after looking at it and like going through, Greg's like, it's only gonna be like a few things wrong with it. And so it was the ignition. So we're gonna put this in the ignition element like in your stove. I've done that before I replaced it and it works. So we gotta put that out on our smoker so that can work again. Over here is pretty much clean. So I'm gonna light a couple candles because I still have a drawer full of candles. I'm gonna use this, my vanilla snowfall. Usually these Tuscany ones, I really like. This one I was very highly disappointed in the smell. Like I don't, like usually they make your whole house smell amazing. Only two. There's only 2 weeks in there. I feel like there should be a third one. It's missing. That's weird. So just not as happy with that one, but what do you do? This one I got from Jake, and this is a really good chestnut macchiato. Anything that smells like coffee, so good. So I'm going to burn these because I have a lot more to use up in here. I'm like, I got all these for Christmas. These are all kind of, I guess they can be used for any time. So I'm gonna go through this area right here. I'm gonna put one at the front door to smell nice, and then I'll leave the other one in the living room here. And real quick, I'm gonna go through my drawers. These hold like all of our school stuff in that, so I'm just gonna go through and strain it real quick. This would be a good day to refix this, like straighten the pencils, sharpen them. It took me just a few minutes. Perfect. It's easy enough. It's like it doesn't get, when kids grow up, it's like the house stays much cleaner because you don't have as much, like the picking up stuff. I'm like, most of it's Maxine's toys I'm picking up off the floor, just a few things like shoes and that, but that was just pure laziness sticking it down there. Most of them are mine. So I've got these, Miss Barbara got us these books for Florida, and so we do like a lot of exploring, just finding some new areas and stuff. And so we kind of like to find like, okay, this is good in this area, then we can go do multiple things. So now that it's like getting warmer, but it's not like super hot out, it's like we're gonna start planning the weekends to be able to go and do some fun exploring. So I want to take these out so I look through those. I'll probably put them in my room so I can kind of plan out, because you can kind of look through and see, ooh, that looks good in that area, and then you can find other things to do. So it'd be really cool to see the southernmost point in the continental USA. And we were almost down. We were down pretty far south, almost to the Everglades is I think the next right after us, but you can't drive through, you have to cut across. And so it'll be neat to do some more exploring here. The windows stay clean here, pretty good. Back in the mountains, you'd have to clean them all the time, fingerprints, and I laugh because the front door is literally just Maxine's snout. That's it. It's her putting her nose on it, barking at everybody walking by. I'm like, yes, that's my dog, don't mind that. That window gets dirty, and then sometimes our door here, so sometimes I touch the glass, but that's about it, so easy. I'm like, my deep clean is done. Normally I would have vacuumed out my couch and had to, you know, clean out that really good, but we did that already, so it's easy. So I'm gonna sharpen pencils here just to organize them in here because we use them every day. I mean, we don't use obviously this many, but if you have a nice whole bunch of them, it's good to keep them all organized and together. So I laugh because we used to get them at church, at our old church. We would, they popped out, and the kids, so we would bring home like containers, like there was a lot, for sure over hundreds. I'm sure there was a lot of pencils, and we would just say, okay, we're sharpening pencils for Jesus. So we got a pencil sharpener, and we would just sit here and sharpen all the pencils. But it made it, because who wants to take the time to sharpen pencils? Otherwise you gotta go buy sharpened pencils. And so we would do that an awful lot, just like usually a couple times a year, just so to make sure, and then clean them all, sanitize the pencils and stuff, because you know, germs and kids and stuff. So this is good. So we have these in here. I try to keep aside for color pencils and for regular pencils. So I'm just gonna take these out of here. We're doing good though. I'm like, our time frame for school, it's lined up to be, sometimes we end early, sometimes we end late. And so this year we're actually doing really good on time frame. And like usually, you know, people just catch up on a few weeks, and because there's always something going on, or we went somewhere. And so I'm really glad this year we kind of were able to stay consistently and not be behind, which I don't think you're really ever behind in homeschool, because you just do life and real life. Well, there is. I was wondering where the straw was for my balloons, you know, the letter balloons. I could not get the air out of them. I stuck like a regular straw in there, and it would not come out. So I don't know. So I just took the whole balloon and stuck it up in my closet up on the very top. I'm like, it works. Next birthday I'll take it down and blow it up. I'm like, I just realized I have that, so I might take that in my room and try to deflate those balloons a little bit. We'll see. So let's just sharpen these pencils here. This pencil sharpener, okay, so at one point I remember at church I was thinking, we had one, and then I said, oh, I really need to get another pencil sharpener, because we had one at home, there was one at church, and my one at home was dying, and then, or actually the one at church died, so I was taking my one from home in to use it, and then it's like Google heard me, because one of these showed up at my door. I have no idea, and sometimes you get products from companies that just send stuff to me, like had no email, no nothing, so I have no idea who sent this to me. And no one knew I needed a pencil sharpener because I never said anything. But this is the greatest pencil sharpener ever, and I like it because you put the pencil in and it like shoots it out. Like usually you gotta hold it there until it's done. Like, so watch this. Oh. See how that works? I should have demonstrated that better. You push it in. And let go. When it's done, it shoots it out. Genius. I thought that was a really good sharpener. Okay, something I always forget to clean off is the tablets for our security system. So I have I just forget to wipe those, and I have so many fingerprints on them. So I have one in my kitchen just for my Google Nest that keeps track of everything in our house. I'm just gonna wipe that off. And I'm like, the only thing to do is now go upstairs and clean up there, which is probably pretty much straight. I open the door because it's feeling a little nice and toasty out. I'm gonna run in here. I got a ponytail in my hand here. Usually I use it, but it's been sitting in my kitchen, so I was gonna just put it away in the drawer. If you put something away, it doesn't accumulate. It's like the weather's getting warmer. I might even change into something nicer because the sun's coming out. You only wear it for a little bit, so I'm gonna go back here and flip the towels, and then I think that's all. Like I said, just have to go upstairs. So good, easy. I love easy. Don't you love easy days? Now, like if you would have left all that stuff and I didn't have to do it, that's fine. And just leave it till it accumulates, and I might have a bigger mess to do. But since we already did the couch, it was very simple. I'll just throw that in there, and then whoever does the next load can just wash that little window cloth in there too. So this is good. I'm just shut doors as you walk by. Keep going. I do have to clean up my popcorn machine here. Sun is shining. It's gonna be great. So I think I'm just gonna start the vacuums down here, and then I'll go head upstairs and get kids are moving, doing their thing, and then I can straighten that room up there. It's not that big of a deal. But I did notice I was pulled off. I tried to take the dead flowers out of my vases here. Okay, is anybody else like, I've got roses my whole life. Sometimes they open up. Usually they stay a little bit more closed. The mountains, I had some that really opened up. I don't think I've ever seen the middle of a rose. Have you? I know it sounds ridiculous, but usually they look like this and then they die. So obviously I know what the inside flowers have, you know, stuff in there. What is it, the stamen, and I'm trying to think what else it's called. What is it, the pistil, the stamen? I remember that from school. But anyways, I had that open up a little bit there. I was like, very nice. So I try to pull up the ones that are dying because I know they're not gonna last, and it just kind of crooks the whole pan, and then just make sure there's enough water in here. And then I have my flowers going for a little bit more. So these are lasting pretty good. My lilies opening up here. That looks pretty, so beautiful. So I'm gonna get some water. It's a great day. Cutting grass outside, not me, the neighbors. It's a great day. It's so bright in this room upstairs, so this is easy. The room is like not a big deal. We have that little table over there, but I feel like I'll take that downstairs because we'll use it down there next to to put snacks and stuff on. But everything else is straightened. So I don't even need to do anything in here. They will dust in here when they dust. It's all picked up. We've already vacuumed out the couch in here, so easy room. It's just the kids' hangout room where they play video games and sometimes watch a show up here. I was just upstairs and got that room picked up, which is pretty well clean. There's not a whole lot. It's very simple. I brought the other table down here, stuck on the other side of the couch because they're similar, and then we can have them down here. And then I actually took my washcloth up there. There's a few marks on the wall. I just wiped my desk off in my office, and then grabbed Steven's bed. We threw those in the washer, so I'm like, I gotta do a kids this week, so I threw one in. And we're all down here right now. I'm gonna make a smoothie real quick, and then we're gonna have a smoothie, and we're gonna watch a movie for school right now. And so watch that, and then that'll be part of our school that we do together today. Instead of reading, sometimes we watch a video. Just depends on what the day brings. But I feel like today will be a good day to do that. Got the door open. Feels great. It's a good day. So let me run and make a smoothie here. Smoothie, Maddie says 10 out of 10. So we're gonna have this, and then we're gonna watch the movie. Okay, I thought I'd come outside here. It is now way in the afternoon. It has been such a chill day. It's a chill day. Some days, like, we're busy, and some days it's very chill. Today is one of those days we are very chill. We ended up watching a movie for school, powerful movie, and then had lunch. Greg came home, we had lunch, and just chilled. And so the kids were gonna go for a walk, then when they want to swim, and so I'm like, I really have nothing to do, like nothing like of importance to do, which is a good thing. Like rarity that you don't have anything to do. So I thought, you know what, it's okay. It's okay. I can do that. And then I'm gonna make dinner here in a little bit. I'm gonna do the chicken patty sandwiches, but I'm gonna just make it when it gets closer to dinner. I still have a few more hours, so I'm just gonna wait for a little bit to do that and then make those. So I'm like, I'm just gonna enjoy. Probably gonna go. It's like so sunny and nice out. It's cool in the house, so you feel like you wanna wear a sweatshirt, but as soon as you get out in the sun, it's like, ooh, that's nice and hot. So I think they're gonna swim. So I thought, why don't we take a break and get on our swimsuits, and then we'll come and sit in the sun, swim for a little bit, and just enjoy the heat today because it's a nice day. You might as well enjoy that nice heat. So I'm gonna do that. I'll come back in a little bit. I looked at my recipe for the chicken patties. It looks very simple. It looks like just kind of put it together, make it into a patty. You know, it's coat it in the coating, fry it. I'm gonna cook fries in the oven. It should be an easy, I know it'll be easy dinner tonight. So I'm gonna take a break, enjoy a nice little afternoon off. Okay, so I had a good afternoon, got some things done that I wasn't able to do earlier this week, so glad to get that done. So now I'm gonna do dinner. So it's gonna be simple. Last time we deep fried these just to try out the deep fryer. I'm just gonna put them in the oven. I know they'll be just good, or even the air fryer. I'm just thinking all along. I'll just put them in the oven, that'll be easy. And then I'm gonna do some chicken patty sandwiches. So I'm gonna put my fries on here, stick them in the oven, get that going, and then I will mix up the chicken stuff. So this is something new. We usually buy those chicken patties at Walmart, and I think they're like the big family size bag. I don't know. It used to not be too much, but I think it's like $12 or $13 now. It's a little bit more. So make it yourself. So I have ground chicken here. We took a chicken breast and ground it up. So I'm gonna try. We're just gonna try. I read through the recipe, and then I read their, you know, like I like when people comment and they say, oh, I like this, or I don't like this, and I added this to it. So that's what we're gonna do for this one, just because we're trying it out here. So we're gonna do some breadcrumbs here. So I'm gonna add in, for 2 pounds of ground turkey chicken, I'm gonna do ½ a cup of breadcrumbs. And then, let's see, an egg. Let's see, I'm gonna mix up an egg in here. You can see this, can you? Here you go. Here's an egg in here. And then all of your spices. We're gonna add some paprika. We're gonna add some salt. And pepper. The onion. And the garlic powder. And then the recipe has ground mustard. I don't have ground mustard, so I know this is gonna make it more watery. So hopefully not too bad. And then is it Worcestershire? Oh yeah, Worcestershire. How come I didn't see that? How do you say it? Worcestershire sauce. So 2 teaspoons. Let's just do this right here. Okay, I'm gonna mix this up, and then let's see what it looks like. So then I was looking down, my chicken was a little bit frozen, and remember I'm using, so it's a little bit watery. So I added a little bit more breadcrumbs. Looking down in the comments, somebody said that they added more crumbs too. So I feel like this is gonna work. And then what they did is they dip them in breadcrumbs, coat them in milk, and then dip them in breadcrumbs again. Somebody said they did panko. So I do have panko. So I'm gonna do one, we're gonna try it. That's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna see, hopefully it's thick enough, and then we'll be good to go. Panko has no flavor, right? I feel like I should season the panko. So I'm gonna put just a little bit in each bowl and then do some milk, I guess. So we'll try. I'll try it and see if it falls apart, then I'll have to add some more stuff to it. I am gonna season I feel like I need to season these. Let me season these. I feel like dipping it in that milk makes it fall apart. So I'm gonna skip that. Someone else said that they skipped it as well. So I don't know, I'm doing mine, because mine's gushy enough. Maybe if it wasn't gushy, then maybe it would be different. Hopefully, I'm hoping this is good with the panko. I want to save this for chicken. Do I have to? I think I do. That's okay. We're gonna try. I'm gonna do some more deep fried chicken tomorrow, so I guess I want to save some for that if we can. I ended up using Old Bay. Old Bay is really good seasoning, so I'm gonna mix that in here. So I only got a few more to do. So I think just the mixture plop it in the breadcrumbs and then plop it in the panko, and then I'll see. I mean, it's gonna be one of those dinners that this is all there is for dinner with fries, so hopefully it turns out good. I've had failed dinners before. Let's just hope this one isn't one of them. So I'm gonna see how this does. Those, hopefully they taste good. That first one, I got 8 big patties, like huge patties out of it. I was gonna make, mixed a couple things of oil. I was gonna make homemade hamburger buns, which I was excited to do, but then I looked in my freezer and I had 8 hamburger buns still from when we bought some, probably at the beginning of the month. So I'm like, no need to get it. So I'm just gonna heat this up here and then put a couple patties in it and let it, you know, cook and do its thing. And then I'll flip it, probably put a lid on to kind of keep the heat down, and heat it to 165 degrees and see what it tastes like. And then we can serve it with lettuce, cheese, pickles, and we have Chick-fil-A sauce, and we'll have fries. Get a little easy dinner. It's frying up like chicken. I'll be excited to see how it tastes. Brooklyn and I said, you want to be the first one to try it? And she's like, I'll try it. It is so, so delicious. Oh my goodness, yes. I hope I will never go back to store-bought. I can't say I never will, because you never know if I'll buy it just because we cut up this one. It is so good, because the store one, it's like, the chicken is it's flatter than this, I know it is. And it's brown, because it's like a mixture of meats. This is delicious. Oh my goodness. So, so good and so flavorful. I am super glad I made these. So I think you can freeze these as well. So that would be great to be able to mix it up, freeze that, and put them in the freezer. That's a freezer meal right there for you. So yes, winner on the chicken patties. You want to keep a lid to kind of keep that heat contained. I just put a little bit of oil in there, and I'll even cook it in oil. It might not be healthy in oil, but it's better than the packaged stuff at the store. So we just made that ourselves. I like the panko on it because it gives a little bit more crisp. I guess you don't have to, but what a winner. And they're big and thick. So normally we would have like 2 chicken patties. Instead of 2, you get 1 because it's so big. I've got the buns, I pull up pickles, I've got cheese over here. We've got the diet cheese and the regular cheese slices, and then I pull up some Chick-fil-A sauce. So super excited. Delicious winter dinner. Okay, these are done delicious. So that one right there, see how it's kind of falling apart? That was the one I dipped in milk. And again, maybe store-bought ground chicken, like, I don't know, is more firmer or something. I don't know. I made my own by grinding up chicken breast. So it was from frozen steak, so it's a little bit more liquidy. Maybe that's why, but so, so good. This is gonna be delicious. Look at that. Homemade chicken sandwiches, so much more delicious than those ones that you get at Walmart. And then we've got our toppings and everything over here. So I've got some hamburger buns. I got 8 buns, 8 chicken burgers, chicken patties, and then we've got Chick-fil-A sauce, we've got lettuce, and we've got pickles and ketchup and mustard. The fries, I did put them in the oven. Now, like compared to having them deep fried, they were better deep fried. These are more like, just whatever. Okay, so I could have put them in the air fryer. I should have put them in the air fryer. They'd be a little bit better than the oven, but maybe if they crisp up a little bit, they won't be too bad. But they're definitely not that crispy, delicious fries. But that's okay. Live and learn. I don't want to deep fry tomorrow. Come back tomorrow. We're going to deep fry some stuff tomorrow for the weekend. So I'm finished. I'm done for my day. Easy day today. The girls are outside swimming in the pool. I think I'm going to finish up so I can go out there and enjoy some sun with them. So you have a fantastic rest of your Thursday, and come back tomorrow for food for the weekend. We're going to be making some deep fried food. It's going to be delicious. I'm going to try something new. Deep fried pickles, anyone? Sounds good. All right, we'll see you tomorrow. Bye.